Elijah, you are so good in highest to lowest. I'm so curious about it. How did they describe
Thank
Christopher
you,
to you
thank you.
originally? Excuse me,
I'm sorry.
how did they describe Kyle to you originally?
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't give me too much information in, until I read the script fully. Um, I knew that I was David King, who's obviously played by Denzel Washington. I was playing his godson. I was good, when I went in the same day as for the audition. I went in the same day as Aubrey, who plays Trey. So I knew that he was good friends with Trey, and I knew that my dad was going to be playing my father in the film. So those are the things that I knew going in. And then I seen the original film, so I knew that it probably wasn't going to be the greatest circle. There were going to be some things that happened to Kyle that were going to be a little rough.
Sure, yes.
Considering that, I'm playing the son of you know, of my dad, who's based on the chauffeur character. So yeah, just knew a few things, but I knew that I was working with some great people, so that was exciting, and I was looking forward to it, to being a part of it.
Was there anything you brought to this role that maybe wasn't there for him on the page?
Well, I just tried to make him an excited kind of, kid. I was playing someone who was 17 years old, so I thought that if I started off playing the character as this just excited, just innocent, you know, uh, fun-loving guy, uh, that the audience would feel a certain empathy for him as the story went on. So I definitely wanted to add that level of excitement, and Aubrey and I in the film, we have this like secret handshake thing that we do. And so we added that to really show the connection between the two characters. Um, and so just adding things to make the audience feel for him as the story unfolded and connect to him as this young kid who has really had nothing to do with what ends up happening to him. So yeah.
Did you and Aubrey then spend some time to flesh out your on-screen friendship?
Yeah, we played some basketball together. We were just kind of walking around Brooklyn Heights. I showed him like where I went to school, and we were gonna get into the studio at one point as well, but we're still gonna do that at some point. But yeah, we were just hanging out and getting to know each other, which was cool. That was something that Spike emphasized, was like, we really want these characters to seem like they've been friends for years. So that was very important to us that we spent some time off script, off camera, getting to know each other.
Okay, I know you come from a family where you've been around celebrities all your life, but gotta ask about being with Denzel on screen.
Yeah, I mean, it was very special. I saw Denzel Washington in A Raisin in the Sun when I was in my early teens, and I never would have, I always was like, I revered him and was, even at that point, like, I would love to work with him one day. I didn't think it would be as soon as my first film, but it was uh, very special, yeah, to work with him. And as I've been saying in other interviews and stuff, just he gave some great advice. And yeah, he was really just, he was open uh, to my input on set and the ideas that I had. And so he was, yeah, very giving as an actor. He's at a point in his career where he, I guess doesn't necessarily have to do that, but he was very kind to me and Aubrey and because we're still fresh in the game, so he was really trying to just give us some tips and pointers and yeah, very open in that way, which I really appreciated.
Spike Lee is an iconic director. How hands-on was he when it came to you stepping into this role and sort of guiding you along while you were filming? Or did he give you space and breath to be this character and inhabit it yourself?
Yeah, I mean, Spike gives us a lot of leg room to do uh, what we think would work best for these characters in this film. So for all of us, he gave us a lot of freedom. And I think even in the hospital scene, I remember it's when I'm first brought back from the kidnapper. So it's like the first time when you see me in the hospital, and there there were several takes where he would just let the camera record even after the scene was supposed to have ended, and my dad and I would just have like uh just little moments together where and I think because in terms of like the pacing of the film, they made it more condensed and confined, because of the edit. But Spike
Sure.
was very yeah, but Spike was willing to have several takes, and there are times when Denzel and him know that they've hit it and that they've gotten something really good and they'll move on. But yeah, and that happens quite often because Denzel is on it, and he knows obviously knows what he's doing, you know what I mean? But for those hospital scenes, yeah, he let us kind of just roll and stuff and wanted it to feel as authentic as possible.
Sure.
Um, yeah, so he was cool. He was open to just like Denzel is, very open to seeing where we could take things as actors. I could take something as a newcomer, which I thought was very, very cool.
Was there a particular scene you're most proud of the work you put into?
Oh, it's a good question. Let me think. Well,
Sorry.
I think, oh man, I mean, I'm proud of all the moments I have in this. Uh, I think it was really cool to work. That those hospital scenes were very cool because my dad's right there, Denzel's right there. It's a very, I've said this so many times, but surreal experience. And I'm just, doing my thing, acting. The cameras, all the cameras are rolling, are on us, and I really did feel like, okay, I'm sort of living the dream, you know. It was a dream that I had when I was much younger to work with my dad and to work with Denzel, really. So, I mean, doing that scene was a moment that I've been hoping for a long time. And uh, yeah, so I'm very proud of that scene where I'm initially found after the kidnapping. I'm very proud of that of those moments. Um, yeah, I'm also proud. Spike actually added. When the kidnap or not the kidnapper, but I'm holding the Puerto Rican flags and I'm bless you. Um, but there's the scene where I get dropped off in that park. I'm
Hmm.
holding the flags and I'm on the swing. That scene, that whole sequence, and it's like right after the chase scene. I'm proud of those scenes or that moment as well because Spike actually added that to the film. He added that sequence because he liked the work I was doing. So he had a whole day set up prior to the film being wrapped where he wanted to see Kyle uh, in that vulnerable situation alone in the middle of a park as he sort of limps to to find help, but that whole moment was added post production, post the wrap of the film. So I'm proud of that as well. But just everything, I mean, everything was cool. Yeah.
What did you then personally take away from your time working on this incredible film?
Um, I think that I mean several things, but I think you can still have the same excitement and you can still have the same love for filmmaking no matter how many films you've done. I think that's something that I took from it. I think that Denzel and Spike have done 5 movies together. Spike's done, you know, so many films on his own. Denzel's done so many films on his own. But seeing those guys on set do their thing and the excitement that they had to tell another story, that was really inspiring to me. Just knowing that you can reach the top and you can still be as excited about a project as you were maybe when you started. So that was very cool to me. You know, my dad was really excited to get into this character, this kind of different character, this guy who used to be in jail, who's now a religious guy, chauffeur for Denzel. He was just excited to tackle this interesting character, you know, and he's done a ton of films prior to this, obviously. So he was also excited to jump into this to this project, and Denzel was excited and Spike was excited. So I mean, the fact that they were just so energized by this by doing this film was very inspiring to see that hopefully I'll be as invested in a story when I'm, you know, down the line in my career when I'm older. So that was really cool. And just the work ethic as well. The work ethic that was I took away from it was uh, how hard they work on what they do and how detail oriented Spike is and meticulous he is and specific with you know, even the set having specific art pieces and music and all everything that he put into it. He really put his soul into
He's
this.
so hands-on with all of this.
Yeah, so that was, I mean, very inspiring, very inspiring. There was not a stone unturned. It was so many things were thought through. So yeah.
What's next for you, Elijah? Have you been busy working on some other projects recently?
Well, I got a short film that I'm working on that I'm writing and directing and starring in. So I've been working on that. I won't say too much about that, but that's exciting, and there's some exciting people in it, so that'll be fun. I'm hoping to work on. I did a show called Godfather of Harlem, so I'm hoping to continue that character story. Um, but yeah, just I'm, you know, just trying to figure out the next step is, and we're just in that process right now. Obviously, this is such a gift to do this movie and the show as well. I mean, so, you know, working with some incredible people at the highest level. So now we're just trying to figure out how to follow it. You know, that's the conversations that I've been having now of what's the best next step. But yeah, you'll be seeing me again in the not too distant future in something cool.